Hello, Bob, and welcome to your deck review. For those of you joining us for the first time on YouTube, this is a series where I, Maldorius Houndanthan, aka John Maldhound, aka Vanilla Thunder, review your commander deck's weird little PP. Your PP being your premise and your practicum. Your premise is the idea behind your deck. For this deck, it is a Doomsday combo deck, and your practicum is the stuff in the 99, which for this deck is fucking Vorpal Sword, man. I know you told me not to cut this. You know what I'm gonna tell you. But we're gonna spend a little bit of time talking about the idea behind the deck, whether or not it is workable at the power level they want to be at, or whether they will have to compromise on it. And then we're gonna talk about what's in the 99, how we make that serve the idea better. So the idea, we've said at its heart, is a Doomsday combo deck, and you're saying it feels a bit slow, question mark, while playing Vorpal Sword, Korean Mauler, Changeling Outcast. So the thing about combos is, combos, if they're the heart of your deck, really want you to focus on them. So I think we have an idea problem here, and the idea problem is not, oh, Doomsday combo can't work. It looks like we're probably trying to work in like bracket 3 if we want to deploy a combo like this and use game changers, maybe even bracket 4. But the problem is we're trying to make it like also a goblin deck, like it's also goblin typal. It's like, hey, Dark Confidant, hey, good responsible card draw. You don't need good responsible card draw, dickhead. You need a tutor. Obviously, you're not a dickhead. I'm just playing it up for your own enjoyment here. What? Okay, dickhead. What the fuck is it? Why is the burnish dog? Why is the burnish dog? Like, you have, in your primer, it says we need 5 mana. We need 5 mana and 3 black pips to end this game. Burnished Heart seems really far removed from that, because that is like, on turn 3, I'm going to tap out to play this, and then on turn 4, I'm going to tap out to ramp, and then on turn 5, I would have the mana, but I would rather just be like, hey, mana rock, hey, Dark Ritual, you know, like Priest of Gix is part of the combo, but especially when you're in black, like, you're doing a lot of weirdly responsible mid-range shit. Like, the only thing that actually seems to help the combo is these 5 tutors, this card draw section, and even then, most of your card draw, like we have Phyrexian Arena, when, like, and this is in the world where we're using the goblin tokens. I would just be sacrificing a mana rock. But I would like Beseech the Mirror, free cast Doomsday. That requires me to have 6 mana instead of 5 mana, because I need to have 2 colorless floating after. Let me go through the combo so that people don't feel lost. So Grenzo can put stuff from the bottom of our library onto the field. Once we have Doomsday, we can set up a pile where Priest of Gix is on the bottom. He will make mana to do the next activation, which I think is for Kiki Jiki, who will copy somebody. And then by the power of Murderous Redcap, Dirk Prospector, and Metallic Mimic, we will have Murderous Redcap infinitely enter and leave the battlefield and burn everybody down. So when we resolve Doomsday, if we have 2 colorless mana floating, we win if nobody interacts. That is the only part, like that's the only important part that we need to keep track of. And we have about a third of the deck that serves that, and then we have like, don't get me wrong, removal's good. You don't care that they have a creature you can remove at sorcery speed, though. You just don't, because like all you want to do is get to your combo faster. If the heart and soul of your deck, for anybody watching, the heart and soul of your deck is I want to effectuate the combo, you should look at every card in your deck, and the question you should ask it is, how do you make me combo faster? And you're gonna go, that sounds ridiculous. Don't I need protection? Look at a Keurig player. Look at like a CEDH Grixis deck. Like, you can run the really efficient protection. I would have Deflecting Swat, maybe Deadly Rollick. I would have maybe 1 mana stuff like Redirect Lightning to try to save my guy on the turn that I'm going for it. But for the most part, you just want to go for it faster. And whether going for it faster is ramping faster to get the like, this is nothing. This is nothing. We don't care about casting goblins. We care about playing Doomsday. And so the answer is different if you want it to be a goblin deck that has a Doomsday combo in its back pocket, which is what this deck looks like right now. This deck, I would not assess it as the heart of the deck is to execute a Doomsday combo centered around Grenzo. I would say the heart of this deck is to play dog shit combos and eventually find a combo. Or dog shit goblins and eventually find a combo. My fault. And so it's like Otag, Tutor, Commander, Rakdos, go nuts. Like everything we can afford on this Scryfall Otag that we don't currently have in the deck should come into the deck for a goblin at random, and the deck will become better at the thing you're trying to do. You talked about, oh man, it's a really big problem if I get stuff stuck in hand. Little things we can do for that if you still want to keep playing removal. I don't think we have the one that does this. Oh, what's it? It has like the Aclazot's art. Hold on, mana value 2, Otag removal, type instant, ID, it's a black card. Bitter Triumph. So there's like Bitter Triumph, whereas an additional cost, we can discard a card. That's great. I don't think we have other things that are as an additional cost we discard. Yeah, we don't. That's a real shame. But we can throw in some generic value stuff that's like currency converter. Hot dog. Draw a card, discard a card. We could throw in like Mazzolanti. Hot dog. Draw a card, discard a card. The Daily Bugle. Hot dog. Draw a card, discard a card. Isn't that great? Isn't that phenomenal? And it's like, that's better than a goblin. That's better than Muxus in your deck. Because you don't give a fuck about playing the goblins. They don't matter. The only thing that matters is, have we drawn Doomsday? And if we haven't drawn Doomsday yet, it's how the fuck do I draw Doomsday? These can also help because as they're cleaning up your hand, they'll make you a treasure, which can get you to that like third black pip. But like the ramp you want, fucking Blood Pet. Play this guy on turn 1, gets you a black pip later on. Hell yeah. Another good discard outlet. Scourge Familiar. I have 5 mana, it's the wrong color. Okay, well, I'm going to play this. I'm going to discard like half my hand, use the rest to play Doomsday. Say good luck. So we can look at other good discard, free discard outlet. I don't think it has to be free, but free is better than not free. Let's see. Chainer could do it. We could run him as just a discard outlet, but he is kind of expensive as a discard outlet. Putrid Imp can do it. And you're like, oh, why would I play that? Putrid Imp is terrible. He doesn't do anything else. That's the point. If you want to be a Doomsday combo deck, you don't want to do anything else. Ever. Oh, he a little expensive, though. Cabal Initiate's 23 cents, though. And I wouldn't play like a million of these, but having a couple would be useful. I think number 1... The number 1 thing that is going to be assistive to you is meditating on the nature of your deck and accepting that you are a combo deck. Because the 99 that I see does not accept that it is playing a combo deck. If I wasn't willing to run tutors, I would be running card draw that lets me discard. Like card selection is very, very good for you because you're okay with having elements of the combo be in the graveyard. Unexpected Windfall, treasures are always good when we're going to be in a relatively like hip restrictive combo. We're we're trying to cast quickly. Seize the spoils. I get to discard a card. I get to make a treasure. I get to draw cards. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then all that remains is every tutor I can afford. Not this one, but every tutor I can afford. I go and play. And that's going to be the only thing holding you back. And you're talking about, well, I want to play this in paper, and I'm playing it in paper in an LGS, so I can't proxy. And so budget is a problem for me. That means that it's always going to feel kind of slow, because the number one thing that makes combos fast is ability to assemble your pieces quickly. And your budget is going to limit your ability to assemble your pieces quickly. And so the next best thing you can do is, you know, run these like, okay, dig through my deck, dig through my deck, dig through my deck, and run removal. My removal would probably be, I would err a little more on the side of removing multiple problems because we cannot assemble the combo quickly. 1-for-1 removal is best when you are trying to win between turns 2 and 4, because you only need to stop one thing and then the game's going to be over, so who cares? When you're trying to get out past that, I would consider running things like a Cursed Marauder. I would consider, these are called Edict, but I would consider changing some of your removal for Edict if we do have to play the long game. Because then we're going to be able to slow everybody down, which is going to be much more impactful in giving us the time to cast Seize the Spoils and Unexpected Windfall and wait for Dark Confidant to draw us the combo pieces. So what other... Lively Dirge won't do it. Does Broodlord do it? He's only $5, which is still a bit expensive. Profane Tutor's only $5, still a bit expensive, but does get the job done. We could still $12. Yeah, black's really good at finding stuff, and so a lot of people use black to find stuff. Symmetry's under 10, which is not as painful. We don't really want to search for anything to put into our graveyard because we can't get Doomsday out of our graveyard really well. We're not looking for an artifact. Lagomos might work if we have an Edict effect too, but that's starting to get a little bit greedy. What about Beseech the Queen? Nope, still pretty expensive. That's an artifact card. Grim Servant is 30 cents, and we might be able, I would believe in us getting our devotion to black to 3. That can be something. So there is another cheap tutor we can throw in. Dark Petition is on the cheaper side. And if we've done a little bit of this digging for it, we will get 3 black mana back. We're not playing fucking Planar Bridge. We're not doing it. I won't let you do it. God, Liliana Vest is so expensive. God damn. Is there anything on 4 mana? Premier House Guard. This guy's 30 cents. If you were willing to play... Okay, we can transmute him for Splinter's Technique, which can then go get Doomsday. But that's going to be like 90% of the slowness. And the way we can adjust the slowness is there are more engines like Dark Confidant. Like there's Black Market Connections. That one's pretty expensive, but it got a Marvel reprint, so it might come down in price. There's Dark Star Augur, which I think is comparable to Dark Confidant. There is Keen Duelist. There is Sinister Gnarlbark. There is Requiem Monolith, but you probably don't have the creatures to throw around to put under a Requiem Monolith. And I don't really believe in our ability to sacrifice that well, which is why I'm not recommending Ruin Grinder, who wheels when he dies. These are the discard outlets. How about Cruel Tutor? $11. Amazing. How about this? This one's cheap. It would be a little bit tough though, because we have to get rid of our own skeleton. If you leaned really heavily into edict effects, this could be a good way to use the edict effects, because there are some edict effects that do not specify non-token. And so you could go Plague Crafter, but I don't sacrifice Plague Crafter. I sacrifice the skeleton. Boom, I have solved the case. Most of these edict effects are also relatively cheap, so that's going to be another way to keep your budget low. And I would just be trying to go like, every turn, I am digging closer to the combo, or I am exploding your butthole. Am I playing a goblin? No. Why would I want to play a goblin? Right? These could all be... I'm going to say this is like cathartic reunion instead. If I draw a card, I pass. Play this. Cathartic reunion. Fuck this goblin. Draw 2. Hey, Kiki Jiki, part of my combo. Great. Turn 3. Faithless looting. Draw 2. You're going into the grave because you're part of the combo. I don't need another land drop right now. I bounce this spent land to hand, and I pass. I don't want to reveal the Wishclaw Talisman until I'm good and ready. I Leaden Mirror, and then if somebody tries to win the game, I like Tybalt's Trickery on turn 4. Commander for 0. I probably have to Withering Torment here. I need to build up a lot of land drops because I do not want to pass Wishclaw Talisman without being able to try to win on the spot. So Withering Torment, I'm like, God, guys, it's really not going my way. So I go land. Can't quite do it yet, but can almost do it. And if this was Dark Ritual, I would be there. That's very pie in the sky. But it's just an example of like, why would we ever, when we're trying to assemble the combo, what use do we ever have for casting Goblin Ringleader? If it's like, I want to have a board presence, we would rather blow up their board than have a board presence. We would rather, you know, make black mana to get this combo done. We would rather cycle more cards to make sure we're hitting the swamps. We go Wishclaw, please nobody look at me. Red, get this guy out of here. Draw 2. Fucking shit in my butt. I drew part of the combo. So is there any way to get him out of my hand now? Oh yeah, hold on. I play him, I sacrifice him for a red. I use that red, I go get Doomsday. Play Doomsday, win game. This is turn 7, relatively slow, and the number one thing we were hampered by is lack of tutors. Now you had some interaction to play, but if straight up every goblin we hit was just more interaction, the turn 7 win attempt would not feel as bad. So if you want it to be better at what you have declared it to be, you're killing the goblin submain. You can keep Vorpal Sword. I'll let you cope. If you like your most beloved pet card, for sure run it. But right now, like half of the deck is pet cards. Every goblin is a pet card. Super crazy, insane pet card. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. We have discard outlets. We have ways and means. You don't have to fucking mind moil. Super pet card. And then these types of removal are good. I would say they should be instant speed or they should be an edict. If we're going to be casting interaction at sorcery speed, I want to slow everybody down for it. I do not just want to slow down one guy because we have to play a relatively slow game to try to accrue this combo. So if anybody in the comments has a line on cheap tutors or places they can buy highly damaged demonic tutors for less than $1, let me know. Otherwise, I wish you the best, and I do hope this helps.